Alright folks, welcome to another beer review, and I'm liking the fact that this hair is sort of like, what's it doing, what's that when it like curves outwards. I've still got terrible hair, but you know, at least it's a bit interesting, although I need to get different glasses to complement it and do something with this beard, but it is what it is, and what it is another beer review. Rudely interrupted on my first take, so the beer's already in the glass. Thankfully haven't sniffed it, haven't tasted it. Recording this on the first proper day of the Premier League season. And Everton got twatted 3-0 and Ashley Young got sent off. Penalty decision ruled out, so we're fucking back. Up the toffees. Final season at Goodson Park, and we've put our stamp on it straight away. Yeah, I didn't manage to actually watch the game because I've been working today. But yeah, I was like, kept looking at it on like the Google's front page, and yeah, it is what it is, and what it is what it is. He's used that twice now. He's a dickhead. So we've got Stomping Grounds Red Ale, which is the second beer in the season, and the Siren which is the second beer in the Project Barista season. Fuck off. And this is brewed in collaboration with Hardlines Coffee, who's got a really, I said they had a really cool Instagram channel in the first take. I'm 35 years old and using the term cool. So we won't use that in this one, but a really interesting, and I like the branding as well. And they've got some really cool, they've got some really fun, what a lot of fun. Went a bit saddle, don't know why. But yeah, their Instagrams, just follow it. So yeah, Red IPA with coffee. Once again, they don't go into detail what the coffee is, the specific variation, where it's come from. Maybe online they've got a bit more information. I would know this if I did any ounce of research, but hey ho, and nearly said it is what it is, and what it is what it is, which is a stupid fucking thing to say. So the blurb is pretty much the same as the first one, which was the normal IPA, but the additional text on this are Red IPA melds heavy malt sweetness amidst pithy hops, elevated by stunning coffee with tangerine and sherry notes. Once again, cool. Stop using the word cool. Fab. Trendy. Funky. At least, well, mind you, I do use the word vibe a lot. But that's usually when I'm, those rare occasions where I'm talking to girls in their mid-20s. Which, yeah. Which is so fucking stupid because on all 3 dating apps I'm on, it's between, this is sleazy, I can't believe I'm openly saying it, between 18 and 30. Who the fuck, right, am I to put myself on that pedestal to go for a younger person? Anyway, it is what it is, and I'm just sad, lonely, and pathetic, with better tits than a lot of women. But yeah, that's a weird thing to talk about in a beer review. Anyway, so beer in the glass then, and on camera that looks proper like chunky, almost like a fruit, you know, like a smoothie sour. But look in here with the light coming this way, what I see, and this is a very specific reference, and I don't think it's just Germany that will have this product, but, and we're going to talk about Germany again, Pepsi and Coca-Cola both had a product that was cola and orange. So the Coca-Cola version is called Mezzo Mix, which somehow is available in Burger King, but not on the supermarket shelves. and Pepsi, which is an ultimately better variant, as is Pepsi to Coca-Cola anyway. I mean, Pepsi Max is, I mean, you shouldn't be drinking sodas at all because they're basically just fizzy cancer. But Pepsi Max, I think I've got a borderline addiction to it because it's just one of the most satisfying sodas ever. And I think Pepsi products are much better than Coca-Cola products. But the Pepsi version is called Schwipschwap. And imagine Jonathan Ross learning German. And this is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Cola Orange. But it does have some reddy hues to it. It does look a bit more like murky and dirty almost. Very copper-like. Fuck the pigs. I don't agree with that sentiment. Police have got a job to do. And it's the higher-ups who are, you know, telling them, oh, you can't do this. Oh, you've got to do this. You've got to do it that way. It's like, just let them do the jobs. And the public won't hate them. Anyway. But yeah, lovely. Almost like a coffee creamer head to it. Looking very nice indeed. Maybe a little bit like a watery coffee almost. With some oat milk in it. Anyway. People are thinking, what the fuck does that mean? But yeah, looks very, very nice indeed, doesn't it? ABV on this one is 6.3%. So yeah, looks interesting. Let's see what we get on the nose. Well, it's unmistakably that like piney, resiny, red IPA aroma. I have found in like recent years, you know, we're still yearning for those like big, bold West Coast style IPAs from back in the day, which a lot of breweries now, when they attempt them, they just taste like run-of-the-mill but high-quality IPAs. And I think if you really want those like unreliable memories of what a West Coast IPA is and those stark characteristics, I think you have to go more towards like the red IPA style. But yeah, to me, it's just a big, bold American red IPA so far. There's a little bit of like a sweet nuttiness there. Coffee-wise, I get it helps knowing that there's coffee in there, don't get me wrong, and you're purposely looking for coffee-related tones. But if you were to just be handed this without knowing what it is, you're probably thinking it's just like a red IPA or something like that. But it smells very, very nice. On the nose, I think Mersey Beers would already be dipping his you-know-what in there. Smells good. Smells very good. A little bit of a bubblegummy aroma as well. Maybe the coffee's going to come through on the taste. Let's find out. Cheers, folks. Well, that's interesting. The first character that I got with that, and I'm here for it. I forgot I'm like a millennial. Reminds me of Maltesers. Like the maltiness of a Malteser. That to me is the first flavour you get with this. And then as the beer obviously touches other parts of the palate and then slowly slides down the throat. Don't make it weird. That's ironically what she said. Then you get these like oily, resiny, piney notes coming through. A little bit of a coffee-like flavour is playing around a little. But you probably, for me, get more of the coffee-like character, because just because it's got coffee beans in it doesn't always mean it's going to taste like coffee. It's going to taste like the fruity flavours linked to that bean sometimes. And I tell you what, again, just because I'm aware of it by reading that flavour note, there is a little bit of a sherry character to it. Oh my god, how mad is that? I don't know why I sounded like that when I said that sentence. I think that like maltiness, the roastiness that I'm getting from this is what the coffee is adding to the IPA. But part of me thinks it's a really nice utilisation of whatever coffee they've used because it complements the flavours nicely. It's really nice and balanced. But the sadist in me, the person who masturbates to the Marquis de Sade. I don't, by the way. Although it's very interesting reading, and the fact that stuff like that, even though it wasn't technically published because he was arrested and then got published later on, the fact that someone's mind went there. Definitely read some of the Marquis de Sade stuff, especially the 120 Days of Sodom, and then watch Pier Paolo Pasolini's film adaptation of it. What an adaptation that is. And last night, or no, it was in the night before, because, I used to obsess over films. I used to have a momentarily successful film review channel. But like most things I've found in my life, I just lose complete interest. And film became one of those things. So I've got a big collection of films that I haven't watched a film until the other day for God knows how long. And I rewatched Hardcore with George C. Scott and directed by Paul Schrader. Man, what a film that is. Why are we talking about films? I'm genuinely lost as to why I've done that. It's the mental illness. It really, really is. Yeah. See, I'm worried now because usually at this point, when I go off on a tangent, it's at this time when what I was initially talking about comes back to me, but it's not. And I actually don't know what the fuck I was talking about. Yeah. Maltesers? No, that was at the start, wasn't it, really? I don't fucking know. I genuinely don't know where to even go from this point. Back to the beer. Let's have another taste. The aftertaste is that sort of like oily, resiny sweetness. A little bit, like tangerine, grapefruit, that sort of thing. I don't know, like, we were talking about a film adaptation. Yes, I've still got it. Talking about Pasolini's version of 120 Days of Sodom. And then I was like, he's not talked about films. So, I watched Hardcore, and I forgot what a great film that was. And for anyone out there who's looking for inspiration of what to watch, Hardcore and Cruising, back to back, that's a double feature right there. I might watch Cruising again tonight. William Friedkin, what a great director he is. And his films that get less overlooked, I think, are much better. Not that, Exorcist is a bad film, far from it, one of the greatest horror films. And again, another adaptation, although I've never read the book. French Connection, again, great adaptation, great book as well. To Live and Die in LA, such an underrated film. Killing Joe, was it, with Matthew McConaughey? That scene with the chicken drumstick. I know he's highly regarded, but I still find he's extremely underrated, or was extremely underrated, God rest his soul, as a director. Cruising with Al Pacino, definitely watch it. And if you're uncomfortable with people of that, then that's your problem. But yeah, it's nice, but it just seems to be lacking something. I genuinely think we're going to get in the next 2 beers, one's just known as a dark ale, and then we've got an imperial stout, which my plan was to keep hold of that until the Rivington trip. But if I'm going to upload 3 beer reviews from the series, just upload the imperial stout. I've still got a few beers that I can take, and I'm hopefully going to get a few big beers to take with me as well. I'll just buy some stuff when we're in and around Preston. But yeah, man. Siren, I love Siren. I said it in the last video as well. You've not watched it yet, watch it. But when it comes to like imperial stouts and especially barley wines, let's park the imperial stout, barley wines from Siren. Oh my goodness. Absolute masters of their craft when it comes to a lot of styles, but especially their barley wines. And I burped as I swallowed, so I've got a weird taste. I've got a curry to eat after this, so it's going to be an interesting first shite of the morning tomorrow. Especially because I don't really have any light beers left. I've just got the other 2 ones from this and other bits and bobs, so we shall see. I really had planned not to drink this Saturday, but you know, my usual, because I've got this thing right where I have a beer on my walk home at the end of the week. It's my little treat, you know, especially with the weather that's been nice. It's nothing better than a couple of cigs, kind of nice beer as you walk in home. That was for Friday, but guess what? We'll do it on Saturday as well. And then once you've had that first beer, and this is where I genuinely think there might be some alcoholism coming through. That's why you're like, do you know what? Maybe have another couple of beers. But this one is justified because I needed to review it. So, you know, I'm committed to it now. I don't want to do it. I don't want to drink, you know, beautiful beer, but I'm committed to it. I've not got a problem. Don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, it's nice, but as a red IPA, it's very, very good. But I'm really struggling to, aside from like the Malteser thing at the start, which I don't even know actually exists, but also I don't know if that's coming from the coffee. I don't know, maybe it's a bit too subtle, to be honest. But anyhow, that's just my opinion, because it's like with smoked beers. If you're going to make a smoked beer, I want it to be almost undrinkable as an alcoholic beverage. So when you're putting coffee in something, I want you to just destroy my palate with that's filthy talk in the beer community, by the way. Palate goat. But somehow that's worse than throat goat, even though that's a great term. It's like when you meet a girl who willingly wants you to refer to her as a cum slut. Anyway, on that bombshell, never thought I'd be into the daddy thing. So that's the Stomping Grounds Red IPA. So sorry, Siren and Hardlines, if for some reason you're watching this. Project Barista. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Compared to the IPA, I'd say it's a bit more enjoyable. Just because I like a good red IPA, and this is a very good red IPA. But it's just, I'm longing for a little bit more of a pronounced coffee element to it. But that being said, the balance, it's utilised really nicely, and you've all round got a very well-rounded, solidly brewed coffee red IPA. So yeah, if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Links will always be in the description, although they haven't been for the last couple of videos because I forgot to add information into the description. So there's been a couple of videos that have got misspelt, lazy titles and nothing in the description box. But yeah, I've got a free day tomorrow, so whatever videos I've got uploaded, I'll get a few more uploaded, and then we'll get them all formatted correctly. Maybe I don't need to put that much information in a video description. And yeah, I don't know if it's the lighting's changed, but I just look very weird on this camera, and I look very weird no matter what. But yeah, it is what it is. If you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Links in the description. Check out both Siren and Hardlines. And yeah, thank you for watching. You all take care, stay safe, and embrace daddy culture.